It is not just you. Prices are going up. Everywhere you look, the cost of living seems to be climbing higher and higher. Many people are feeling this squeeze right now. Your household bills are probably costing more than they did before. The weekly food shop is creeping up, even if you are buying the same things. Filling up the car with petrol or diesel has become a noticeably more expensive task. These are not just feelings. They are facts reflected in the receipts and bank statements. Knowledge is power, and understanding why your bills are going up is the first step towards tackling the problem head-on. It helps you see that these are often large, global forces at play, and it is not a personal failing on your part. Once we have established the why, we will move on to the most important part, the what you can do. This is not about telling you to stop enjoying life or to make impossible sacrifices. It is about providing practical, actionable, and easy-to-follow steps that can make a real difference to your bottom line. These are not theoretical concepts. They are concrete moves you can make starting today. Fuel costs, food costs, energy bills. This video is designed to be your ally in that fight, so take a deep breath. The goal here is empowerment. By the end of this, you will not only have a clearer picture of the economic landscape, but also a toolkit of strategies to help you navigate it. Simple changes in your habits. Let's start with one of the most visible price hikes, the cost of fuel. For anyone who drives, the soaring numbers on the petrol station forecourt signs are a constant and painful reminder of the current economic pressure. The price of petrol and diesel is not set by the local garage owner. It is the result of a complex mix of global and national factors. The primary driver is the global price of crude oil. Oil is a commodity traded on international markets, and its price can be incredibly volatile. If major oil-producing nations decide to cut their output, or if geopolitical events like conflicts disrupt supply routes, the price of a barrel of oil shoots up. That increase is passed all the way down the chain, eventually reaching you at the pump. Another significant component of the price you pay is tax. In many countries, including the UK, fuel is heavily taxed. This means that when the pre-tax price of fuel goes up, the amount of VAT you pay also increases, compounding the price rise. These taxes make up a substantial chunk of the final price, and while they fund public services, they also contribute to the pain you feel when filling your tank. It is crucial to understand this part of the equation. Beyond oil prices and taxes, we have the supply chain itself. Crude oil needs to be refined into petrol and diesel, and then transported to thousands of individual petrol stations. Every step of this process has a cost. If the refineries are facing higher energy costs to operate, that gets added to the price. If there is a shortage of tanker drivers to deliver the fuel, distribution costs rise. Even the exchange rate can play a role. Since oil is traded in US dollars, if the local currency weakens against the dollar, it costs more to buy the same amount of oil, pushing prices up yet again for consumers. Next, let's walk down the supermarket aisles. You have likely noticed that your weekly shopping bill is getting bigger, even if your trolley looks the same as it always has. Food prices are rising for a combination of reasons, some of which are directly linked to the fuel costs we just discussed. A huge factor is transportation. Everything you see on a supermarket shelf, a bag of carrots, a bottle of milk, had to be transported there. Farmers need to get their produce to processors. Processors need to get the finished goods to distribution centers. Distribution centers need to get them to your local store. As fuel for lorries becomes more expensive, these transportation costs rise, and that increase is ultimately reflected in the price tag. The weather also plays a massive and often unpredictable role in the cost of our food. A severe drought in a country that grows a lot of the world's wheat can decimate the harvest, leading to a smaller supply and, consequently, a higher price. Similarly, unexpected frosts can ruin fruit crops, and heavy floods can wash away entire fields of vegetables. These climate-related events are becoming more frequent and more extreme, creating volatility in the food supply chain and pushing prices up for staple items like bread, pasta, and fresh produce. Rising costs for fertilizer, feed, and packaging also lift final prices. Now for the bill that many people dread the most, especially during the colder months, the energy bill. The cost of electricity and gas has seen dramatic increases, leaving many households struggling to keep homes warm. The primary reason is the wholesale price of energy. Your energy supplier doesn't generate all the power themselves. They buy it on the wholesale market, and prices on that market can fluctuate wildly. Natural gas prices are a key driver. Gas is used to generate a large portion of our electricity. If global gas supply is tight because of high demand in Asia, or supply disruptions, or geopolitical tensions, the wholesale price soars. Energy firms then pass that cost on to you. Another crucial factor is the cost of maintaining and upgrading national energy infrastructure. Transporting gas and electricity to your home is a vast, complex system that needs constant investment. We have looked at fuel. We have looked at food. We have looked at energy individually, but it is important to understand how they are all connected. The simple word that economists use to describe this widespread increase in prices is inflation. In basic terms, inflation means your money doesn't stretch as far as it used to. A pound, a dollar, or a euro buys you less today than it did yesterday. A small, steady amount of inflation is generally considered normal for a healthy, growing economy. The problem arises when inflation accelerates rapidly, as it has been doing recently. When the prices of many essential goods and services all rise at the same time, it erodes your purchasing power and makes it much harder to manage your budget. You can think of inflation as a chain reaction. An increase in the global price of oil makes it more expensive to drive your car. It makes it more expensive to run the tractors that harvest our food and the lorries that deliver it to the shops. Higher oil and gas prices make it more expensive to generate electricity, which pushes up your energy bills. This interconnectedness is key. There are two main forces that can drive this kind of inflation. Feeling overwhelmed by all this is understandable, but now is the time for action, not apathy. You may not be able to control global oil prices or the weather, but you absolutely can control your household economy. These are practical, effective steps you can take. Not misery, but smarter choices. First, create a budget and track your spending. You cannot plug a leak if you do not know where it is. Use a simple budgeting app or just a notebook to see exactly where your money goes. This is the foundation for every saving. Second, tackle your big bills. Don't stay on your supplier's standard tariff. Use a price comparison site to switch to a cheaper deal. It takes under an hour and could save hundreds a year. Third, be savvy with shopping. Use cashback sites and apps. Sign up for supermarket loyalty schemes. The points and discounts add up. Fourth, groceries. Try the downshift challenge. Drop one brand level on everything you buy, from premium to own brand, from own brand to the basic range. If you can't tell the difference, keep the cheaper option. Fifth, rethink your transport. Fuel makes every car trip costly. Carpool with a colleague. Combine errands. Walk or cycle for short journeys. Sixth, be an energy-saving champion at home. Turn down the thermostat by 1 degree. Swap to LED bulbs. Turn appliances off at the wall. Wash laundry at a lower temperature. Every little bit helps. Seventh, plan your meals. It cuts impulse buys. It reduces ordering takeaways. The key takeaway: don't try to do everything at once. Completely overhauling your finances can feel overwhelming. That overwhelm can lead to doing nothing. Instead, build resilience with small, consistent changes. Pick one or two things that feel achievable right now. Maybe this week, track your spending every day. Or plan your meals for the next 3 days. These aren't monumental. They're first steps. Integrate 1 or 2 habits, and you'll feel accomplished. That positive reinforcement matters. It gives you confidence to try another tip. Maybe next month, switch your energy provider, or try the supermarket downshift challenge. It's like building a muscle. Start light, increase gradually. Small actions compound over time. Save £5 on the weekly shop, save £10 on your energy bill, save £7 on fuel. It all adds up. Share what you're doing. It's powerful. Talk to friends, talk to family, talk to colleagues. You aren't alone. Sharing tips helps everyone. Community support makes it less isolating. It turns a personal struggle into a collective effort. Shift from passive victim to active manager of your finances. When you track spending, plan meals, and hunt deals, you're choosing. You're telling your money where to go. That agency is empowering. It reduces financial anxiety. You know you're doing what you can. Savings are tangible. Peace of mind is too. The economic climate is challenging, and it is likely to remain so for some time. Prices may not fall back to their old levels overnight, but that does not mean you are powerless. You have options, you have agency. Understanding why your bills are rising, global markets, supply chains, taxes, is important because it demystifies the problem. This is a widespread issue, not a personal failing. Knowledge must be followed by action. Small, deliberate steps protect your household's finances. Do not underestimate incremental change. One smarter choice each day or week compounds into significant savings over a year. Switch one branded product for a cheaper alternative. Turn down the thermostat. Skip one car journey. Alone they seem small. Together they form a powerful defense against rising costs. Financial resilience is a marathon, not a sprint. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate the small wins. Take control. Don't let financial anxiety paralyze you. Start today. Make a simple plan. Choose one tip from the action plan and commit for a week. Write down everything you spend. Plan your meals until the weekend. Once you start, you build momentum. Be proactive, not reactive. Put shields in place to weather the economic storm. These are your finances. You are in the driver's seat. Prices are rising, but you have more control than you think. Like, subscribe, and comment with your money-saving tips. Small changes add up.